All right. I think we're live. Sorry if you can hear banging. They're shooting fireworks right by my apartment. I live really close to Disney, so there's like fireworks going on right now because it's New Year's and everyone's having a good time. Well, let me fix this lighting. It's a little jacked up. Turn this lamp off, see how that works. That's better. I think that's a little bit better. Now, is there anyone here? Say hello if you are present. Okay, I'm going to tweet out the link. I don't think there's anyone here. I'm just talking to myself. Trying to fix this lighting. Oh, not that way. There we go. That's a little bit better. Put this on Twitter. New Year, New Eve, Kisses at Midnight #3. Is that a book? Is that what's happening? Let's see. I look really fucking pale, you guys. Tweet the link. Wait for that to go through. It says there's 4 people here. Let me know who you are. Reveal yourself. Please. I feel awkward. Okay, while I'm waiting for people to come in, I'm going to start drinking. I have a lime White Claw, which is my least favorite flavor of White Claw. However, we're going to ring in the new year, right? I'm trying to put together a list of books I'm reading in 2021, so I'm half here. What do you want to read in 2021? That's something that I can talk about. Let me know like 3 books that you want to read in 2021, including a shark. I have a couple on my TBR that I want to read. From this year, I have Black Sun. I still haven't read Black Sun. Year of the Witching, I want to read. I just got that one. If you watch my newest video, it's an unboxing. I got some fun arts and some Tommy Pico, so that's fun. Bunny by Mona Awad. One I'm reading in January, so like in a couple of hours, is gonna be. I'm looking at my TBR. The Black Veins by Aisha Monet. Let's see. I grabbed a list of about 5 to 6 challenges / prompts, but I'm most excited for the Fairy Tale Challenge. I haven't heard of that. What's that? Oh, that's not my White Claw. Oh, Storygraph. You know, I made a Storygraph account back whenever they were like first like popping up, and I'm such a Goodreads, like I'm so used to Goodreads, and I hate Goodreads so much. I've talked about it in a couple of videos. I hate Goodreads. I hate their interface. I hate their search engine, and I want to switch to Storygraph. I just I haven't made the jump all the way yet, and I don't know what's stopping me, honestly. Um, I don't know. I think I just don't like change. I'm a person who does not like change, and I've been using Goodreads since I was like 14 years old. So I'm just used to Goodreads. There, that's better lighting. That's good. Hi, I hear good things about Year of the Witching. Need to get it. If you want to buddy read it, let me know. I'm down. Someone bought it for me for Christmas, and I really am excited to read it. It's a really good alternative. I started transitioning to it last year, so I'm all in for 2021. That's fun. Um, yeah, I've been looking for a Goodreads alternative for a while, but like I said, I'm so used to Goodreads, and like I need to jump off of it because that search engine, I fucking hate Goodreads' as search engine. It's like the bane of my existence, honestly. Let's see. Hi, happy New Year's Eve to you too, Emily. Let's see. It's 10:22. I don't think I'm gonna stay on here until midnight, but I figure I just pop on for like an hour. It could be fun. Chat with y'all, do some fun stuff. I feel like everyone's going live today, and I had to work today, but I got off a little early, so I'm like, let's just hang out with you guys, hang out with my friends. Let's see. Okay, question for people who are watching, who are lingering in chat. What is the first book you plan to read in 2021? Let me know that. Oh, oh, that's my mom. Happy New Year, Mom. My mom watches my videos. My mom got me this shirt that has my name on it. It has my channel name. Can you see it? A2Brody. A2Brody. That was probably my favorite present I got this year. Oh God, no, not bear. Okay, this is a joke for people who aren't in the native bookstagrammer the native bookstagrammer chat, but like there has been like a meme in there for a good minute. Um, Darius the Great deserves better. I have Darius the Great is not okay and Darius the Great deserves better. I got sent them by publisher, and I really want to read them. I plan on doing a whole Darius themed vlog this year, but like 2020 kicked my ass with vlogging, so we did no vlogs this year. Adulting is the book. Who wrote that book? I've never heard of it, or if I have, it's not like clicking in my brain. Please ignore how messy my shelves are. I just realized they are, especially like right here, is really messy. I just have stacks of books that I have for like my best books of the year video and like my reading goals video and all that stuff. Hi Wheezy, These Violent Delights. Which one? Because two books came out this year called These Violent Delights. And I know one I think is by Chloe Gong and it's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but I can't remember the other one. It's like has a kid and it's like red slashes across his eyes and it looks like something, it looks like a stabby book. A reread of The Hobbit. I've never read Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. I've tried reading Lord of the Rings, and then I got to page like 200 of them just walking through the woods, and I got really bored. Kelly Williams Brown, it's a list of books with 535 easiest steps. That's a lot of steps. That's a lot of steps. Yeah, it is the Chloe Gong book. I want to read that. I want to read more Shakespeare retellings. I just got Verona Comics, which I think is also a Romeo and Juliet retelling, which no one's talking about, but it's called Verona Comics, and they're for like rival comic book things. Like one's family owns like an indie comic shop, and the other one owns like a chain comic shop, and their names are Ripley and Jubilee, and it's like R and J Verona. Like it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and I haven't heard anyone mention that. And maybe I'm just an idiot, but I feel like that's a thing. Is The Hobbit a little bit easier to get through? I feel like I would probably like The Hobbit more. I've seen the Hobbit movies. I've seen some of the Hobbit movies. And I tried getting Romeo and Juliet. I mean, not Romeo and Juliet. The White Claw sticking, and I had one before I got on here. um, not Romeo and Juliet. That's not what I'm talking about. Lord of the Rings. I've tried watching some of the Lord of the Rings films, and I'm just, it's not my thing. Some kind of retelling of Alice in Wonderland. I didn't know many, so I was thinking of Alice by Christina Henry. Okay, I have one Alice in Wonderland retelling that I can recommend to you right now. Where is it at? Oh, it's over here. My favorite Alice in Wonderland retelling is A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. One of my reading goals for 2021 is to catch up on or finish 5 series, and that's one that I want to catch up on. I think the last book is coming out in 2021, so I can read the whole rest of the series through. I can't think of any other Alice in Wonderland retellings that I've like read and actively enjoyed though. Are you doing Buzzword throughout the year? I do plan on doing Buzzword throughout the year. However, I'm also doing my Read by Daylight challenge, and I'm not trying to do a whole lot of readathons, but I think Buzzword is one that I can like consistently do throughout the year and just slip in. So I think January's word is like dream, and for that I plan on reading Stage Dreams. I think the author is Melanie Gilliam, and it's a like Wild West queer sapphic story with like a trans protagonist. And I'm really excited because if you don't know, I love like westerns. It's really good so far, these Violent Delights. I like how the main characters are heirs to these opposing gangs that are fighting to control Shanghai, and there's commentary on colonization and immigration. That sounds fun, and I feel like I would really, really like it. However, I'm not trying to add. Like, I love all of the 2020 releases that I read, and I just have so many on my TBR that I want to work through. But whenever I heard about these Violent Delights, I was like, oh, like, hello, let me, you know, maybe I can pull out my wallet for this one. Buzzword feels low key and no pressure. Yes, I agree. That's why that's one of the year long things that I'm going to try and do. Because it's just like one extra book that I'm adding that I can already like incorporate into different TBRs. Let's see. Everyone's doing Buzzword. That's exciting. What are you reading for January? Let me know that. Because, like I said, I'm reading Stage Dreams, and it's really short, so I'm very excited. So let me know what you're doing for January for Buzzword. Same. Everyone's doing Buzzword. Dream Daughter. I haven't heard of that one. Who wrote that? What's it about? Give me a synopsis. Strange the Dreamer. I have had Strange the Dreamer recommended to me so many times, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it looks so sick that I have been like hesitant on picking it up. But I've heard that I would love Laini Taylor's writing, and also there was this Twitter trend a while ago where it was like write something and then post a picture of your handwriting and let someone match it to a fictional character. And someone said that I had Laszlo Strange handwriting, which I don't know exactly what that means, but like it sounds nice. Just added that one to my challenge for 2021. It does seem nice. River of Many Dreams. It's a Hispanic history of the U.S. told through poetry. That sounds fun. I've been wanting to read more poetry. I have read probably the most poetry this year than I have in a good number of years, and I'm loving getting back into it. Let's see. Do I have? I guess this is gonna be like accidentally me telling you my best books of the year. because I really don't want to edit that video. So, in the vein of poetry collections, the best poetry that I read this year is Boy in Jeopardy by Ryan Douglas. This was self published. It's like less than 50 pages. I think it's 30, 33 pages. Yes, this is 33 pages long, and it made me cry like 5 times. I thought it was beautiful. So, like, check this out for poetry. Doesn't start with the word dream, though, so that doesn't help you much in that department. Are you guys excited about any readathons or book clubs that are happening in 2021? Anything you're pumped about? Like I said, I'm doing Read by Daylight and I'm doing Buzzword, and that's going to be every month. And then for January, I told myself I wasn't going to do any readathons. I told myself I wasn't. And then I heard about the Rent Readathon, and I love the Rent Readathon. And then the Taylor Swift This or That Readathon, and I'm very excited about that. So I'm doing 4 readathons in January. 4 whole readathons in January. I hate myself, I guess. Ideas for February's theme, color. Okay, so right off the top of my head, like I said, A Blade So Black, Black Sun, Dark and Deepest Red, The Black Veins, which I said I was reading in January. Let's see, I feel like color is a fairly easy one. Let's see what we got. I'm just looking at my shelf. Okay, maybe it's not as easy as I thought because I'm not finding anything. I feel like red, black are the 2 most common like color titles. Scarlet, if you have read the Lunar Chronicles, you could do Scarlet. Yeah, I don't have as much as I thought I did. My apologies for making that sound a lot more easy than it was. Ooh, here's one that I really like. This was a middle grade. I don't talk about this a lot on my channel, but I have synesthesia, right? So that means every sound has a color. And I read this middle grade a couple of years ago, and it's called 1 + 1 = blue. And I don't remember it that well, but this was the first book I ever read with synesthesia. So I would probably recommend that one. There's another one called The Mango Shaped Space that is another middle grade about synesthesia. Doing Across the Green Grass Fields for February. I've never read anything from the Wayward Children. I'm garbage. My friend and I are doing fairy tale retelling, readathon, and challenging ourselves to make them all queer retelling. Seems hard for some of the prompts. That's exciting. I'm always down for queer retellings. They're being really loud with these fireworks, y'all. Question, do you read manga? Any titles tickle your fancy? I have done 1 manga that I'm currently working my way through. You can see it just like scattered amongst my shelves. Let's grab a couple. I love the Pokemon Adventures manga. I love Pokemon. I am a Pokemon kid. So that's what I'm currently trying to work my way through. But some of them are currently not available online from where I buy them. So I'm waiting for them to come back in because I can get them super cheap there. Other ones I've wanted to read. I want to read the Sailor Moon manga. I want to read Cardcaptor Sakura. I learned that there was a Metabots manga recently. So basically, like any anime that I watched as a child that has a manga, I want to read it. I'm doing a month-long readathon of a series, but it isn't my place to announce. That's fun. 3 live shows for sisterhood and feminist as fuck. That's fun too. Okay, people are talking about Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm scared of that book. I know that the author says like it's not actually that long and you can do it for other books. And like I agree. I could read it. I'm just terrified of it. And also I think it's high fantasy. And I am not the biggest reader of high fantasy, as y'all know. Everyone's just talking about Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm scared of that book. Oh, it's $1.99. It's hard to pass up sales. It's hard to pass up those sales. Mm. Wheezy got the best deal. Wheezy always comes through with like the cheap day deals. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. Yeah, anytime you ever want to know like what's on sale with Kindles and ebooks, talk to Wheezy. Wheezy's got it. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Let's chat. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about. I was gonna say January releases. Um, Hello, just saw this live when I opened YouTube and figured I'd hop on. Hello, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Let's talk about. I was gonna say January releases, but I can't think of that many that I'm very excited about in January. So let me see what I got. Hmm. Okay, I have one, two, four books I'm excited about in January. The first one is Bedazzled by Ryan LaSala. I read Reverie in 2019 and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And I'm excited to see Ryan writing contemporary. Other ones I'm excited about, Remote Control. This cover is gorgeous. Hold on, let me turn my brightness down so you can see it. Is that better? This cover was gorgeous. Um, I think this one is like a science fiction about a girl who has like a death touch. So I'm excited about that. Sounds nice and spooky. What else do we have? The Forever Sea by Joshua Philip Johnson, which I tweeted about earlier. And it's a high eco fantasy with pirates on a boat that sails through a sea of grass. And I don't know why, but that sounds like the perfect amount of like weird for me that I can get through a fantasy. Okay, and then there's another one that I saw because I was looking on Book of the Month. I was looking on their like January selections, and it's called Outlawed by Anna North, and it is a queer western. Which, like I said, I love westerns, so I'm excited about those four. Let me know what you're excited about from January. I feel like there aren't nearly as many this year. I agree. I think the pandemic has really, really done a number on publishing. And it makes me sad because I feel like 2020 had so many good book releases, and this year it's just kind of like, let's see, getting bedazzled in my Rainbow Crate. I've never heard of Rainbow Crate. Is that like a? I'm guessing it's a book subscription box. A whole huge list of 2021 releases in my notebook, but I haven't organized them by month yet, so I'm not sure what's January. That's such a mood because I posted my most anticipated releases thing on Twitter for, I want to say it was like I think it was in November, and so many more have been announced, and I didn't organize them by month either, and that's a huge regret that I'm feeling right now. Okay, thank you for sending the link. I will check that out after the live. Oh, Concrete Rose is coming out by Angie Thomas. I'm excited to read that one. I'm just scrolling through Goodreads. Across the Green Grass Fields is listed. Oh, one of the good ones. I've heard of this one and I've seen it around. Is this a January release? Because sometimes Goodreads does that thing where whenever you click on a Goodreads list, it's like not actually accurate. And like for example, this one I'm scrolling on has The Only Good Indians coming out in January of 2021, and that came out like earlier this year. Let's see when these guys are coming out. Okay, it says one of the good ones is coming out on January 5th, 2021. It's published by Inkyard. Let's see, and I think this is a thriller. And apparently I haven't marked it as what to read yet. Teen social activist and history buff is killed under mysterious circumstances after attending a social justice rally. Yeah, it sounds really good. Like a good, nice, spooky thriller. It's pitched as The Hate U Give meets Get Out. And should be interesting. Let's see. I feel like January is kind of not lackluster, but like I'm not as excited about January releases as some of the other ones. I feel like January is kind of like where books go to die, and that's a real shame. Let's see. We've chatted about that for a minute. What else do we want to talk about? Do y'all have any like questions or things you want me to talk about? Like videos I did this year or goals for 2021 or like what do y'all want to hear about? Getting the dating plan in the book of the month for February, which is fake engagement romance. I saw that and it looks cute. I am terrible with reading romance, so I want to be more of a romance reader. And one of my goals in this coming year is figuring out what works for me in the romance genre. So I am excited to kind of branch more into different genres and figure out, like I said, what works for me. Not the best hopeful book release month. I feel like everyone in the community, and obviously there's a discussion about like how we view things in the community versus like how publishing views it as like a worldwide thing. But I feel like the community is so worried about playing catch up in January that we kind of overlook January releases, and that's a real shame. So I want to find some more that I'm excited about. Okay. Do you ever have a planned amount of books to read each year? I decided on 100, which I've done before. I'm a little nervous. So every year, my set Goodreads goal amount of books is 1 month. Like, sorry, I can't talk. I'm a little tipsy. So it's always one book per week. So it's like I feel like that's something that's obtainable for me. Working a full-time job and having all these other things to do and making content that's such a time-consuming thing as YouTube. And I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it does kind of creep into time that I could spend reading. So definitely just like one book a week is something that's obtainable for me. That's been my goal for a while, like a couple years. So I just kind of keep it at that. Will you be doing a 2021 goals video? I currently should be editing my 2021 goals video. I have it opened up in my editing software, and I do have it filmed. And I just kept it very chill this year. Try to keep it as low pressure as I can because 2021, I want to just get back into enjoying reading. And not that I don't enjoy reading right now. I'm not saying that. But I was so worried in 2020 about making content that can y'all hear these fireworks? They're so loud. It sounds like they're going off in my complex, and I know they're not. So like I said, it's not that I don't enjoy reading anymore. I love to read. That's obviously I'm very passionate about it. That's why I'm doing this. But I think my main goal is to just let myself enjoy the books rather than feeling the need to document every single thing. Like I have a lot of vlogs planned that I want to read, but it's mostly just about like let's read things that Brody will enjoy and things that Brody likes. I only enjoy sad romance books. Oh. I like to cry inside. I cry inside all the time. Um, recommend me sad romance books because I feel like I would enjoy sad ones more. I don't tend to like light and fluffy things. My own 2021 goal is really just some damn consistency in anything. I totally agree with you. Consistency is so key to my mental well-being. And yeah, consistency. 2020 has been so bad with that. You can't hear the fireworks. Okay, that's good. I was kind of worried it would interfere with the audio. Can we form a Stephen Graham Jones book club? I would love to if his books weren't out of print and so damn expensive. Wheezy and I both, if you don't know, got scammed for a copy of one of Stephen Graham Jones's books. And I'm still salty about it. And granted, like, I only lost $5, and I should have known better than to buy an out of print book from like a website for $5. But I'm still fucking pissed about that. Um, I'm so pissed. I think I went a little high pressure on myself on purpose, maybe to forget 2020. I feel like I can't even remember half of 2020. There was so much shit that happened. A bunch of people have asked that I do a reaction video to my predicting booktube drama that I did with my tarot cards, and like, I don't even know that I could properly react to that because it's like, I do y'all remember the Barnes and Noble Classic Diverse Editions thing? That was this year. That was before Florida went on lockdown. That was the week that Florida went on lockdown. I feel like that was a year and a half ago. I don't remember anything about 2020. That's what we want to see. You enjoying reading. So glad to hear that's going to be a focus for you. Yeah, I want to get back into it. And like a lot of the vlogs I have planned and stuff and things that I want to document my content, like the Read by Daylight stuff, which is just like themed videos, but it's not anything I want to pressure myself for, right? Like I just want to enjoy it and have a lot of fun doing it. Hi Rachel, how are you? You didn't hear about this? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What even happened? So Barnes and Noble re-released a bunch of classics, right? In their effort to like show diversity for people who are not white, right? So they recovered books with like copy and paste doll maker images of people of color. So there was like a Peter Pan edition and Tiger Lily on the front. They had like a native Peter Pan and an Asian Peter Pan, and then like a black Peter Pan. And then they did it for so many different classics, and it was so uncomfortable and so tone deaf. And it was like, this wasn't what we were asking for. And I think it happened in February, which is a problem because they said it was for Black History Month. And it's like, if you're doing something for Black History Month, then why are you repurposing books that perpetuate racist stereotypes? Because I think all of those books have racist things in them. And then if you're doing it for Black History Month, then why are you doing it to cover multiple, non-Black people of color? It was very weird and it was so tone deaf. And a lot of authors were speaking out about it on Twitter. And that was just like the start of the year. And I was like, this is going to be some shit. One Day by David Nichols and Dear John and Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. I think that is all in romance. Just plain sad books. Yes, I have 10 years to listen. Please DM me on Twitter with all the sad books. Let's see. So much and nothing happened this year. It feels like I agree with you. I feel like there was so much shit. And like I said, I can't remember any of it, like, at all. Like, obviously, I remember things that happened this year, but, like, picking out... I feel like this year just lasted such a long time. And maybe it's just because I'm getting old. Everyone. Yes, that was very uncomfortable. It was the most uncomfortable thing. And like low-key, I still want to get one of those editions of Peter Pan with a native girl on the cover. Don't ask me why. I just want it so I can be like, look at this specific bullshit. So if any of the people watching this video happen to have a copy of that, please let me know, because I would probably buy it off of you, just as like, this is to commemorate the bullshit year of 2020. This is to commemorate the bullshit year of 2020. We don't want a native Peter Pan? Yeah, I'm not about it. I have had a lot of people ask me, because there's a couple of Peter Pan retellings coming out in 2021, and I'm not reading any of them. I don't like Peter Pan. It's racist. I'm not a fan of the book version. It's racist. I'm not a fan of the Disney version. It's racist. I'm not here for it. And honestly, like, I'm all for authors taking a story and like rewriting it and like revamping it and doing their own thing with it. However, Peter Pan is just specifically one that I want nothing to do with. And it breaks my heart because, like, as a kid, I loved Peter Pan because I was so excited to just like see a native character on TV and not even realizing that it was a racist stereotype. I was just like, oh my god, there's a native character, not thinking, oh, they're racist. I've talked about this with like Twilight too. The same thing with Team Jacob bullshit. Just to have receipts and show Barnes and Noble the next time they're about to do something stupid. Yeah, I want to have it so I can just be like, look at this bullshit, this specific bullshit in my hands. You know, Peter Pan is out of copyright, so someone could write a racist-free story. Yes, I understand that, and like I trust that there are authors who can do it. Like someone else is talking about Peter Darling in the chat, and like I'm sure that someone could write a racist or a non-racist Peter Pan retelling. However, like because of the racist connotations that the original story has and the harmful stereotypes it perpetuates, I just personally have no interest in reading anything, period, having to do with Peter Pan. So that's my soapbox for today. We have to hydrate and alternate White Claw and water. Wait, water and White Claw. We alternate with our drinking. Okay, there's more people here. There's 12 people here. Say hello in the chat. Let me know you're here. We're hanging out. Oh, now there's 11 people. Goodbye, person number 12. Got scared. We didn't realize how damaging Peter Pan and Pocahontas were to us when we were kids. Yes, I agree with you. Like I said, was just excited about seeing native characters on screen, not realizing that they were very harmful. Saves you from hangover? Yes. This holy grail right here. That, and like also if I'm ever doing, not that I drink heavy, but if I'm ever doing like a few drinks, I do cucumber sandwiches. I don't know that that does any good, but I've heard that that helps you stay hydrated and also absorbs the alcohol. Pro tip, I don't know if it actually does anything. I'm drinking Trulies. I've never had a Truly before. I go with White Claws. Hi, Emery. How are you? Thank you for hanging out with me. Pocahontas made me cry hard as a kid. I'm not a savage in a ball in my room. Yes, absolutely. And I don't think people realize just how much harm things like that can do. And just hearing just the mere implication that like you're a savage, it's so rough on your mental health and just like the perception of yourself. Like it really fucks with your self perception. Kind of can relate. Jasmine being the only Middle Eastern female character is very fun considering the theater had a racist song about brutality. That's a very good point. Yeah, I feel like Disney they've continuously missed the mark. I'm not drinking because the child inside me would not appreciate that. That is 100% fair. Drink your water. Cheers. Cheers to us. Hydrate. That's important. So glad to not be spending New Year's alone. I'm glad I can keep you company. Like I said, I don't know how long this is gonna go on for. I don't think it's going to go on until midnight, but we'll see. It's already almost 11. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? I'm drinking whiskey and eating cheese. Yes, the fuck you are. I wish I had some whiskey, but if this was whiskey, I would be gone. I would be so gone. Okay, what do you think about the new Pixar movie Soul? Lots of people have said they loved it, but I've also seen some discourse surrounding it. So I have not seen Soul. I have not watched it. I don't know that I plan to watch it. Also, I am not black, so I cannot speak to this. But I do think that you should seek out people who are talking about it. What I do whenever something like this happens, rather than like putting my own 2 cents on it as a non-black person, it's not my place to. So I will retweet or boost what black people are saying. Um, I feel like the discourse is valid. You know, it's discourse that should be had. Um, because I just think of it like this, right? Like, as I said, I'm not black. But if it were to happen to a native character and to continuously happen to native characters the way that they have done with Black, like Princess and the Frog, how Tiana is a frog for most of the movie rather than existing in a black body, and with Soul, how apparently, because I hadn't seen the film, you know, the character is like a blue blob rather than a black man. If it were native people, I would be extremely upset. I totally think that, you know, like I said, just retweet what people are saying, just boost what people are saying, because not everything needs your 2 cents. And you know, as I said, if it were a different situation, I would feel the same way as people are feeling. Will you do any videos that incorporate tarot, like the predicting book drama? I would love to do more tarot videos. I would love to. I don't really have any ideas for one though. I thought about doing a series where I like recommend a book for each tarot card, but that is a monster to do. That's a lot of recommendations. I would love to do more tarot videos though. I want to do a whole video discussing the intersectionalities of being a native person and a practicing witch. I talked about that in my unboxing video. Maybe when I do my reading vlog for White Magic, which is one of the arcs I got in that video, so make sure you go check it out. I will do some tarot spreads and stuff for you because that's one that I really want to dive into and talk about what it's like being a native person and seeing your spiritual practices like culturally appropriated by like big businesses. Do a series for the suits. That's a wonderful idea. I like that. I'm almost done with my White Claw. And then I just have water. I also got a sparkling water too. This is not alcoholic. Just because I didn't know how long I was going to be on here. Y'all got me like waxing poetic. Like I'm tipsy. Y'all have me talking about all kinds of shit. Um. Oh, my foot's falling asleep. This is bad. I have really bad circulation in my feet, so I sit cross-legged because I am queer and I don't sit straight. People use evil eyes all the time, not knowing what it's used for. Yeah, I feel like a lot of things that people use, they just kind of don't understand, you know. Which leads to the next person in chat. Something I've been questioning. I've been wanting to get into tarot and witchy things, but I know so much of it comes from other cultures, and I don't want to appropriate anything. So here's my thing. Whenever I got into witchcraft and I started practicing, I did not read books about it because I feel like books just kind of like throw all of the information in with none of the background. So what got me started was like looking at which Tumblr stuff and like which YouTubers, because I feel like a lot of people who are social media people rather than people who are writing books and compiling all this information are a little more aware of things like that. Or it's not even that they're more aware of that, it's like they just know better. And clearly that doesn't go for every like witchy influencer. But yeah, I would say do your research online rather than in books because that's what worked out for me. Don't have an agenda or in it for cash. Yeah. I was gonna come on here and do reading sprints, but I've been talking for like 45 minutes. Mint Fairy is black and indigenous and talks about this issue a lot. Uh, is Mint Fairy a YouTuber or on Twitter? I think I've come across their stuff, but I can't remember what platform. Okay, I found on YouTube. We are subscribing. Very cute thumbnails. I like these thumbnails. There we go. Mint Fairy is a YouTube witch. Thank you. I will look into them. Of course. Yeah. And if you ever want to talk about it more, feel free to message me on Twitter. I'm way more active on Twitter and I check it more frequently than Instagram. So hit me up on Twitter and we can talk about it. And obviously, I'm not the end all be all for witchy stuff, but I'm down to have a chat with you and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Ooh, I have a fun question for people who are watching. I keep saying like, "Ooh, here's a question. What's the last book that you read in 2020? The one you're currently reading and trying to finish within like the next hour because it's just turned 11 here, or like just the last one you read." Let me check mine. I think I know the answer, but I don't know for sure. Okay, the last book that I read in 2020, it was book number 107, which I don't think is accurate. I think Goodreads glitched because a couple of weeks ago it said I had 108, and I've read a couple of books since then. Um, was The Descent by Jeff Long. I read this for the Spooky Bitches Book Club, and we have not had a live show date set for that yet. We're still deciding on a bunch of stuff. However, I thought it was hot garbage, and everyone else agreed with me. We thought that The Descent by Jeff Long was one of it's the worst book we read for Spooky Bitches. Like I hated it. I hated it. It's kind of like Into the Drowning Deep, but like a dry version of Into the Drowning Deep, like a cave version. Let's see. Looking for Group by Alexis Hall. I haven't heard of this one. House on the Cerulean Sea. I soft DNF'd House on the Cerulean Sea. I want to finish it, and I will finish it. I think I just picked it up when I was in the wrong spot for it, but I did DNF House on the Cerulean Sea. My Dark Vanessa, a couple of people are saying, I want to read that. I know whenever it came out, there was like some controversy and scandal surrounding it. And it was like a whole moment. Like people were saying things, and the author, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the author like came about some trauma, and it was like a mess. So I am interested in reading My Dark Vanessa. I just think it would be kind of triggering to me personally for my own triggers and my own stuff. The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. I love that. I want to reread the Percy Jackson series and the Heroes of Olympus series. I haven't read all of Magnus Chase or someone's yelling outside. I haven't read all of Magnus Chase or Trials of Apollo, and I really want to finish the Rick Riordan journey that I'm on right now. Positively Poisonous, a cozy witch mystery. That sounds fun. I want to read more mysteries in 2021. The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I've had so many people recommend me N.K. Jemisin books, and I have one on my TBR. I have How Long Till Black Future Month on my TBR. However, The City We Became sounds very interesting to me. That's what I've had my eye on for a while. The Fountains of Silence by Rita Sepetys. I have like a love-hate relationship with Rita Sepetys. I feel like I read them and I like them, but there's always something missing. Like, these fireworks are really getting to me. So I read Out of the Easy, which is the one that is New Orleans French Quarter, and I loved it. And then, did I unhaul the other one? I think I unhauled Salt to the Sea. Horrid by Katrina Leno. I have that on my TBR. It's gonna get vlogged. I'm doing that for a Read by Daylight vlog. I stopped DNF Gods of Shade and Shadow. I stopped DNF Gods of Shade and Shadow in 2019. And I read Mexican Gothic this year. And y'all, Mexican Gothic is one of the best books I read this year. It's in like my top 20. So I'm definitely excited to dive back into Gods of Jade and Shadow. I think I just wasn't in the right spot for that kind of story. It was something with the writing. Yes, The Descent was so bad. It was so terrible. It was awful. It's a very uncomfortable book to read. Yes, yeah, that's another reason that I've kind of stayed away from it. I don't want to get triggered. Okay, I think you would like The City That Became. So it became so far easier than I expected. I was nervous about it being too smart for me, but it's so good. I do want to read it. I'm very interested in it. I know a lot of my friends have really loved it. Okay, we've been going for almost an hour. F the DNF. I love that title. That's really fun. I feel you on needing to continue video series though, because I have a lot that I was like, this is gonna be a series, and then 2020 was just like, fuck you, you're not doing series at all. I've heard mixed things about the city we became. I've heard mainly positive things. I don't think I can't pinpoint anything negative that anyone has said about it, which I feel like is a big testament to it. I haven't read it, but like I said, I feel like with most books, I can think of at least one thing that I've heard multiple people say negatively, and I can't think of anything that I've heard even anything less than stellar about the city we became. So let me know what you've heard about it. Right. I will be right back. I'm gonna go run off the camera right quick. Let me mute myself. I will be right back. Pick up a book, read, don't leave. Alright, can you guys hear me? Am I back? Am I good? My mic has been giving me problems. Okay, you follow a lot of fantasy readers. That makes sense because I am not that good at following fantasy people. Fantasy is probably my least read genre, at least like high fantasy. It's one of my least read genres. So a lot of people I follow, I don't tend to watch videos that talk about high fantasy. It's more just like I hear it mentioned in tags and stuff like that. I've heard fantastic things about the Broken Earth trilogy. I've heard that's amazing. It's just really long, and I'm scared of being like I'm scared of really long books. And then also, like I said earlier, I want to read more series that I'm already like in the middle of. So hold on, I have like a stack right here of like uncompleted series. So I'm gonna show them to you. We're gonna play a game. I'm going to show you the stack of uncompleted series. And if you have read them and you have enjoyed them and you think I would like them, tell me to read them. That's fun, right? We're doing fun stuff here. Okay, so first I have The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I read this on a vlog where I switched lives with Heather from Aphrodite Reads. Then we have, oh, I bumped the thing. Then we have The Devouring Grey by Christine Herman. Christine Lynn Herman. I'm tipsy. Read the Cenotaph Road. I will read the Cenotaph Road. I plan on doing that in a vlog. Cenotaph Road is Will's favorite book series, and all I really know about it is that there's like a spider, and that's all that I know about it. It's like a giant spider. DNF the audiobook to The Beautiful. I liked The Beautiful. I thought I didn't read the audiobook. I read the physical copy. I really enjoyed it. But like, I need to know about The Damned, the sequel. Okay, then I have Three Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. I read Three Dark Crowns and the second book, which I think is One Dark Throne. So let me know if the rest of the series is worth continuing on. I'm just going to run through the rest of these right quick and then I'll read chat. Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. Let me know how the sequel is. Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Young. I have the sequel to this one. I have an arc of the sequel, which was not sent to me by a publisher. A friend passed it on to me, so that's bad. And then The Magicians by Lev Grossman, which is probably one of the most polarizing books that's on my favorites list. Okay. You didn't love The Devouring Grey, but it wasn't bad. I'm still interested in the sequel. Whenever I read The Devouring Grey, I really liked it. I think I gave The Devouring Grey 5 stars. However, upon reflection, I think maybe I got caught up in the hype a little bit and I would probably drop it down to 4 stars. But I still do want to read the sequel. I want to see how the duology finishes out. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one who feels differently about that one. Stopped after Three Dark Crowns, you got pissed. Okay, now I'm gonna convince you to keep going. The ending of Three Dark Crowns made me very mad. However, the sequel to Three Dark Crowns more than made up for it, and I think that you stopped for the same reason that I almost stopped. Still interested in The Magicians, have yet to read it. Yeah, I'm very excited to keep going with The Magicians. And it's just a trilogy, so I think I can get through it, and they're pretty short. The main reason I want to read the books, Will told me to read the books, so I read the first book. Let's see. I'm bad at reading sequels. I take forever to buy the next book and forget the previous and feel too lazy to reread. So yeah, I feel that. A lot of these are books that I read either in 2018 or 2019 or 2020. A lot of my sequels are a little bit backlist, and I need to kind of get a jump on that. Let's see, what else do I have on here that's a part of the sequel? Ooh, Grasshopper Jungle. I feel like I'm the only person on BookTube who still continues to talk about Grasshopper Jungle, but it got a sequel released. Have you read Exile to Eden or Exile from Eden or whatever it's called? I can't really remember the name. What else do we have on here? Ooh, Ready Player One's over there. Can you see it? Right there. Have we read the sequel to Ready Player One yet, which is named Ready Player Two? I feel like that's a whole different topic for another day. I don't see anything else that's striking me right off the top of my head as being part of the series. Vengeance Road by Aaron Bowman is part of the series, which I found out not too long ago. What else? Yeah, that's all I'm seeing right off the top of my head. I loved Ready Player One. I'm nervous about Ready Player Two. I really liked Ready Player One, and like I think the author, there's definitely some conversation to be had about the author's actions and the author's views, and I don't know that I will pick up the series because of that. But I've heard Ready Player Two is like not good. Not heard a lot about the Magicians, but it really piques my interest. I've seen a few episodes of the show. I watched a couple of episodes of the show, and it was so fucking heavy. And like I've decided in 2021, I'm not gonna watch things that make me sad. I'm only gonna watch things that make me feel hopeful. And obviously, I'm not talking about like sad, like oh that's so sad, like serious issues. I'm talking about like the Magicians depressed the fuck out of me for no good reason, and I'm not about it. So I probably won't continue on with the show. I have Three Dark Crowns and One Dark Throne. I just haven't read them yet. I too have Three Dark Crowns and One Dark Throne, and I have read both of them, and I really enjoyed them. They're better than Anna Justin Blood. I'm always really nervous about sequels that come out way after a first book that wasn't necessarily intended to be a series. I agree. I feel like maybe you've kind of not forgotten what you've written, but it's not going to have the same this to it. I don't know what this means, but this is what I'm talking about. You read Armada by Ernest Cline, and Will Wheaton saved it with his narration. I almost read Armada, and then I kind of lost interest in it. I don't know. I feel like I don't know about Ernest Cline. That's a conversation for another day that I'm not gonna have while I'm tipsy. Cheers. We're almost done with this. Oh. The bottom of a White Claw is always just. It's not that it's too strong, it's that it's unexpected after drinking what's essentially sparkling water for a whole can, and then you hit the bottom and it just like. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on with y'all? Let me know like who you've been watching, people you think I should subscribe to, people whose content you think I would like, stuff like that. Let me know what your most anticipated release is. Ooh, I just opened up YouTube and saw myself on the thumbnail, and like that's not cute. That's really not cute. She blurry. Do you have one book that you are most excited for in general coming out in 2021? I feel like I have like a top 50. And someone asked me this on Twitter yesterday or the day before. Like, what's your number one book? And I have so many friends with books coming out. Like, so many people who I genuinely consider friends, and their books are coming out. And I feel weird about like not choosing any of them. But if we're gonna be completely honest, like 100% honest, I'm gonna say My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Stephen Graham Jones, spoiler alert, tune in to my like favorite books of the year video whenever that goes live. But The Only Good Indians is like my favorite book of the year. And the fact that we're getting so many Stephen Graham Jones books all at once, who has a massive backlist, by the way. Stephen Graham Jones has a massive backlist. The fact that we got The Only Good Indians, I think there was another one in a short story that he wrote, and there's Mapping the Interior, and then we're getting My Heart is a Chainsaw in 2021. So excited. So excited. So excited. The River Has Teeth by Erica Waters. I loved Ghostwood Song. I picked it up. Wheezy sent that. Hi, Wheezy. I read that on your recommendation. I loved it. I thought the love interest was adorable. I thought the writing was phenomenal. I want it to be made into a movie. I don't actually know what This River Has Teeth is about, though. Darcy's next book. Yes, I'm very excited for Darcy's next book. If you don't know, that's Darcy Little Badger, who wrote A Lot's Way. I have a full review video of that. Go check it out. My Heart is a Chainsaw. Yes. So excited for Darcy's next book. Night of the Mannequins. Yes, I'm very excited for Night of the Mannequins. I have not read it yet because I'm doing it for a vlog. Oops. I guess I can give you a sneak peek into like some of the vlogs. I am doing a vlog because I posted how I want to do a month of content in October. So like every day in October, hopefully, you're gonna get a different video from me every day. And one of the videos I want to post is a reading vlog where I read books about my phobias. One of my phobias is like store mannequins and action figures and dolls and ventriloquist dummies. It's called like automatonophobia or something, and it's anything that looks like vaguely human, like it's not. Long-winded way to say I'm reading Night of the Mannequins for that video with my phobias. Finally got a hold of The Only Good Indians on a Kindle deal. Of one of the things you're most excited to read in 2021. Yes. Read The Only Good Indians. Message me your thoughts. Please, I'm excited. I want to talk about that book forever. Do I follow the BookTube goddess? I did. I think I do. I haven't seen their notifications pop up for me in a while. YouTube does this thing sometimes where it'll just randomly unsubscribe me from people. Like, I'll think I'm subscribed to someone, and I went through another person's subscription list the other day, and I realized it had unsubscribed me from so many people. Yes, I am still subscribed to the BookTube goddess. I love their content. I noticed that with Twitter the other day. Twitter does it a lot too, and it makes me mad because I don't want people to think I unfollowed them for whatever reason. And like it'll happen where I will realize that I'm like where Twitter has unfollowed me from someone. I'm trying to think of how to word this like correctly because words are hard right now. Where Twitter has unfollowed me from someone, and I almost don't want to follow them back because I don't want to be like, oh, well, you were following me before. What happened? So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just leave them unfollowed, honestly. I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't. I'm too anxious for that kind of confrontation. Where it's like, I don't want you to think that I unfollowed you for whatever reason, and it was just Twitter being a dick. And logically, Brody understands. You would probably be understanding of that. However, anxious Brody is like, they're gonna fucking hate you. We're gonna drink more water. Alright, killed it. Hydrated as shit. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Twitter is a whole another thing, and honestly, what I've done to save myself from Twitter, especially this past week, I have it set to where I don't get notifications from Twitter. So I will still get notifications on the app, but I won't get like phone notifications. So you know how like if someone likes your tweet, you'll get like a little thing where it's like so and so hearted your tweet without opening the app. I've turned that off, and it has made me not check Twitter, and it's so nice. I didn't realize how much just them popping up at the top has affected like my screen time. Where I'm like, oh, my phone buzzed. Let me check it. So now that I turn that off, I check it way less. Logic does not like to override anxiety. Yes, I agree with you. Um, I totally agree with you. However, I don't want to use my anxiety as an excuse to say why I'm doing illogical things. If someone unfollows you, they make you unfollow them as well. That is not true. In my case, at least. I don't know if Twitter's fucking with you differently. But whenever someone unfollows you and it unfollows you automatically, that's because they've soft blocked you. Or at least with me. Like I said, I've seen Twitter glitching out 1,000 different ways for so many different people. But in my case, it's always because I got soft blocked. So what else do you want me to talk about? Wait, I hate fireworks so much. Living in a small town Minnesota is honestly the worst for an entire week around any holiday. I have never been to Minnesota, but I am from a small town in Alabama, and I absolutely agree with you. Small town people love to shoot off their fireworks for no good reason. And it's not that I hate them, but they always startle me. I'm a very easily startled person, and I'm always like, whenever I'm walking through the house, and Will can just be sitting on the couch, and I'll be like, "Oh, you scared me." Lauren, same here. Tons of people watching fireworks near me. Feels like they're right outside my window. Yes, I don't like fireworks. I think they're pretty to look at. I just don't like being near them. All right, we've been going for over an hour, and it's 11:30, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up within like the next 20 minutes. So we want to talk about for like the next 10, 20 minutes. Arizona is going back to banning them without a fire marshal's permit. That's great. You said maybe I got into a fight with their friend. Yeah, hate it. They're illegal for a reason. Living in rural Alabama is guessing if it's fireworks or a shotgun. Absolutely, and usually it's a shotgun. There was a shooting at a gas station near my house, so now nearly every single firework freaks me out. Yes, I understand that completely. Whenever you experience something like that, it can really fuck you up. At least for something as small as like, oh, this is a firework, right? Like people don't think. So it freaks out people who have experienced things like that. Like we hear all the time about people with PTSD not being able to handle fireworks, and I just wish people would be a little bit more conscientious. Let's see. All right, it is 11:30 my time. I'm gonna say we're gonna end this at 11:45, so we have 15 minutes to chat. What do we want to talk about? Do you have any questions for me? Do you want me to talk about anything in particular? Do you want to hear about video plans? Do you want to hear about like what do you want to hear? Let me know. You want recommendations? That could be fun. We spend like the last 10 minutes doing like rapid fire recommendations. Just let me know. The fireworks aren't even legal in this state. That sucks. I hate when people do that. I think I don't know that they were illegal in Alabama. I don't think that they were. However, people will just shoot them for whatever reason. Let's see. Is there a video idea you're particularly excited about for 2021? I said I want to do my month-long content for October, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all of the Read by Daylight vlogs. Let's see. I do want to do a video, because if you don't know, my birthday is September 9th. That is National Teddy Bear Day. I feel like I am a living teddy bear, and I want to do a reading vlog where I read books about teddy bears. Is that stupid? I want to read books about teddy bears and introduce you to my teddy bear that I've had since I was a child. Let's do that right now. This is very niche content that probably no one's asking for, but this is my teddy bear that I have had since I was a kid. His name is Mr. Fuzzums. He has been through multiple moves. He has gone across the country with me. He is severely injured from a dog attack. And I want to do a video with my teddy bear where I read books about teddy bears and post it on National Teddy Bear Day, which is also my birthday. Is that weird? Probably. I am very fucking excited about it, though. One book you absolutely need to read this year. Okay, I've mentioned a couple of my favorites in this video, and not super familiar with what you like to read, but just right off the top of my head, I'm going to recommend, where is it? Here it is. It's in my stack of books. My Sister the Serial Killer by Ilian Khan Braithwaite. If you like thrillers, this is my favorite thriller that I read all year. It's told through these like little vignette formats, so it's very quick to get through. I really like the writing. I thought it was fantastic. So if you like thrillers, I would say go check it out. My favorite sad books. Let me take a look. I would say books that have made me cry. That's hard. I feel like I used to be such a book crier, and then 2020 just like killed me emotionally. So I don't really cry in books anymore. And I used to bawl my eyes out for everything. Let's see. We got Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. Made me cry a lot. Oh, I'm gonna knock over my phone, Phil. Oh, yep. Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga made me cry a lot. Like I said, Boy in Jeopardy by Ryan Douglas. If you like some poetry, made me cry a lot. What else made me cry? Clearly, obviously, They Both Die at the End made me cry. What else? That's all that's popping out right now at the moment. Ooh, here's one. I wouldn't necessarily say that Johnny Appleseed is a sad book, but Johnny Appleseed is a very personal book to me, and it just hit me in all of those spots that like broke my goddamn heart. Other things that were in my top books of the year, you have Full Disclosure by Cameron Garrett, which I really liked and made me cry a couple of times. And ooh, another Kacen Callender, King and the Dragonflies, made me cry. That was a sad one. That was a fun little speed round of recommendations. More smut reviews. I want to do more smut reviews. I have a couple of smutty books on my Kindle app, which I don't always have on my phone for storage space reasons. I film on my phone, so I have to delete lots of apps, and don't usually have my Kindle on it. Currently, the only reason I have my Kindle app on my phone is because of the Spooky Bitches Book Club. But I have lots of Kindle smut on there that I downloaded like whenever I first figured out that I could download stuff for free on Kindle. So I might want to do that one. That could be fun. Oh, people are excited about the teddy bear vlog. I don't know why. That just sounds fun. And for me, teddy bear books are something that I really like. It's like a niche thing that I really like. It's kind of like cheerleader books or shark books. I like books about teddy bears. So that would be a fun, like, reading my niche interests book. Oh no, you're gonna fall. Oh, you hang out right there. Excuse me, what is that shirt? This is a shirt that my mom got for me for Christmas. And it has my channel name, A2 Brody. Um, it's not merch, don't worry. I don't have merch. Um, I would feel weird about having merch. I've thought about it for sure. Just like the ideas popped in my head. Like, if you want a shirt with my name on it, like, why not? Because, vanity. But this was a gift from my mom for the holidays, and I love it. Okay, you have full disclosure. That's fantastic. Like I said, made me cry a couple of times, made me bawl my eyes out. Paddington vlogs on September 9th. Have I ever? I don't think I've ever read Paddington. That would be a fun one. I'm looking at teddy bear books. I have one that I want to read that my mom also got me for Christmas called They Threw Us Away, which is about, it's a middle grade about teddy bears that wake up in the dump because they've been thrown away by their children and they have to fight to get home. And I feel like it's gonna break my fucking heart. Paddington book, let's see. Like a picture book, right? A bear called Paddington. Mm, that's so cute. 1985. Other videos I'm excited about doing. Um, I have a couple more. I don't know why I always say I'm excited about reading vlogs because I don't actually. It's not that I don't enjoy vlogging because I love to vlog. It's just like I've talked about my issue with like sticking with something for more than like an hour it takes to film. But I have a lot of reading vlogs I'm very excited about this year. I want to do one series where I like read through the decades. So like I want to start in the 1800s and read like it's 1890 and then work my way up through the 1900s. I feel like on your birthday I need to read only teddy bear books to my toddler in honor of Teddy Bear Brody. Please do. That would be the most precious thing. That would be so fucking cute. I would love that. I would cry my eyes out if that happened. Velveteen Rabbit. Oh, hmm. I've been really into picture books this year. I've gotten another one, another sneak peek into my best of the year, because I'm just telling you everything, is Gustavo, the Shy Ghost by Flavia Z. Drago. This is about a ghost that wants to have friends, but he's too anxious to have friends, and he wants them to listen to him play his violin, but he's too scared. Also, this book without its dust jacket. It's Gustavo. I don't know why, but this year I really needed that feel for like children's books. So I read this one. I read We Are Water Protectors by Carol Lindstrom, which I also really loved. It's also gorgeous, and let's once again appreciate Under the Dust Jacket. And someone's car alarm's going off. That's a great way to end the live. Um, yeah, I have More Than Fry Bread on my TBR. That's what that word's called. I love that you read picture books because I'm always looking for good picture book recommendations. Yes, I don't know. There was something about it this year that like I just needed to jump into that again. I needed to connect with something that I hadn't connected with in a while, and I want to continue that in 2021 as well. Also, Will and I have been working our way through Doctor Who, and I know that there's a Doctor Who picture book that I want to read. So, do you want a picture book reading blog? We can do that. You want a picture book reading blog? Some of them. I feel like it's really challenging to talk about picture books online because it's like I review books, right? That's what I do. How do I review a book for children? I don't know any other way to review a picture book other than to talk about the reaction that it gave me. I bought a book called Cupcake last year for a kid and kept it. It was too funny. I'm down for funny books. Let's see. Are there any? I'm assuming that there are picture books coming out in 2021, but I never hear us talk about picture books in the vein of new releases. Let me know if there are picture books that you're excited about. 2021 picture books. Let's do some quick Googling. There's one called. Wait, Tim Tebow, the wrestler, wrote a picture book? Looks like it's about a dog. Oh, here's one called Eyes That Kiss in the Corners. That one looks really good. I've heard a couple of people talking about that one. Doctor Who's Doctor Fourth. I have that. I think that's the one I'm talking about. I think it is Doctor Fourth. Let me look. I think the one I'm talking about is like the one about the TARDIS, with Jodie Whittaker. No, this isn't what I'm talking about, but this is really cute. Um, I think the fourth Doctor is Will's favorite Doctor. My favorite Doctor is uh, Eccleston, who I think is 9. But yeah, Will's favorite is the fourth Doctor, or one of Will's favorites. Will likes 4 and 10. I love a picture book reading vlog. I wanted to add some picture book content to my channel, but I'm not sure how to incorporate it into my channel. Yeah, that's the hard part. It's hard to figure out ways to work things in. But a lot of people on my channel survey said that they want to see me do more content that I feel genuinely passionate about, and I want to, incorporate things that I'm passionate about somehow into my channel. Yours 4 and 11. I haven't seen the fourth Doctor stuff yet. We started with 9, and we're working our way through the reboot, or not the reboot, but the revival. So once we finish that, maybe we will go back and watch some more of the original series. Currently, we're on Martha. We're on David Tennant and Martha, and we watched The Daleks Take Manhattan, and I really loved it. I like Martha a lot as a companion. I've skipped around a little bit, and I love Donna. I think Donna might be my favorite companion, but I'm really, really enjoying Martha. I hate Amy Pond, though. I fucking hate Amy Pond. The blandest thing on the planet. Cupcake by Sharice Miracle Harper. I will check it out and add it to my wish list. I have quite a few picture books on my wish list. Toss that on there. What I do whenever I'm interested in a book, I download a picture of the cover, because whenever I have to go through and clear out storage space for videos, then I will have to acknowledge them before I delete them. Old series are on Pluto TV for free up to the 7th. I might check that out. Also, hey, Amy Pond. Yeah, I don't understand the love for Amy Pond. And I think, honestly, Amy Pond is you love Amy Pond? I'm so sorry. I do think out of all of them that I've seen, Amy Pond has the most interesting introduction to the series, but I feel like character-wise, it's just a very bland character. All right, it is now 11:45, so I'm gonna bounce off of here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Those of you who jumped in whenever you did, those of you who participated in chat, I really appreciate it. Yeah, this was fun. Maybe I'll do some more casual live shows just for fun, because this was fun. I enjoyed this and just getting to chat with y'all. So I'm gonna leave now. All right. I hope you are having a wonderful New Year's Eve. I hope you're being safe. I hope you are, if you are drinking responsibly and not making questionable decisions. Wear your masks, wash your hands, stay safe, stay healthy. 2021, I feel like we are just going to try our best to manifest everything, but we also have to be responsible. We have to make sure that we are being responsible, and manifestation doesn't work for everything, okay? Like, we can't say 2021 is going to be a great year if we're not washing our fucking hands and wearing our fucking masks. All right. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one. I will see you next time. I will do my outro just for posterity. All right. I hope you have a wonderful whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you next year with another video. Okay. Thank you for watching. Okay, cool. Bye. I'm so glad y'all had fun. I did too. Okay. End the stream.